Hello all, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Pennsylvania S1, which 85 years ago, 48 hours ago, it ran for its first time in a test run 35 miles backwards before it was able to actually go forward test running. Then it went to the World's Fair in New York, where it was greatly celebrated, painted up here in the American Railroads theme. This engine here was built from the plans whilst the original was being built by Ed Alexander. Scratch built. He went on to make 3 others, or a total of 3, 2 more for the Pennsylvania Railroad. Here is one of the ones here on his book from 1941, and here's the other example here from his book from the 60s. So he must have been quite proud of these engines as he put them in both of his books. Design was done by Raymond Loewy. Beautiful streamlined piece. And here we're on the solstice, which is the shortest day of the year, and we're running the longest locomotive that was ever made. The Pennsylvania Railroad and myself share one thing in common. This engine is way too big for my curves. So we're only going to be running it on the straights today, unfortunately, as did the Pennsylvania pretty much. They ran it mostly from Chicago to Crestline in Ohio. This engine could easily go north of 100 miles an hour. It was very fast, but unfortunately it was just too long for the curves of the world. And turntables, etc. Their logic here was by doing a duplex here, basically 2 4-set of drivers, instead of having a big northern where the reciprocating side rods on the side would take a pounding on the rail. So they decided to break it up here for the duplex, but unfortunately it just proved to be too long. Beautifully styled here. Unfortunately, the real one only saw about 4 years of revenue service. It just proved to be too problematic turning it around. At Crestline, they had a Y, and it apparently spent most of its time on the ground picking off the Y. So we'll run it here a little bit more. And again, thank you very much for tuning in. If you like what you see, please subscribe. This one was built for the World's Fair, probably for a display or a working exhibit there. It did not run on their layout at the World's Fair, because the World's Fair was 2-rail, where this one is outside 3rd rail, with the 2 pickups on the engine, which are spread far enough apart that you didn't need one on the tender here. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Sometimes big is not always better, but it can be beautiful. Thank you.